I think it's about time to see if we can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear here. And so we'll get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen the videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and 1365s. We just got these in. This is a non-runner, but this one is. However, much of the body of this one has been deleted because it ain't in great shape. It's got a bunch of dents in it and what have you. However, the fenders are better on this tractor, as we've discussed, than over here. But the front half of this other tractor is in pretty great shape for the most part. So we're going to take this and everything forward, and we're going to put it on that one. And I think we have everything we need. This one is kind of partially disassembled, it looks like. I didn't realize that. So we're going to have to probably hunt us up some metric bolts because they're obviously missing on both of them. And of course, we probably don't have all of that anymore. Extras, I'm saying. We can look. So we're going to need us some bolts. And then what we do after that, I think our biggest hurdle before we ever do anything should be on this one, because I foresee great struggles getting these screws out of here. I might be wrong, but I did not have a fun time on the other 1365 that we always had. So I just foresee that this could be a potential problem. And I may go ahead and try to get all four of them out. And then again, I may take it down and see about heating them first though too. I don't know, that one looks pretty rusty. What do you think? I'm betting that that's going to twist off if it doesn't round out the head. So before we get involved and have a whole ton of sadness, we might as well just start right here and see about getting those out, because I think that's going to be the biggest hurdle in the project. So I'm going to see if I got like a drag link socket and we'll get started. All right, failure, my old friend. How are we going to do today? Are we going to make it? It feels like something's happening, but don't let that fool you. Failure is always around the corner. It never fails. I really wish I could find some of these. I couldn't find any like this at the hardware store. And the other 1365, I used some, and they have like an Allen head in the middle, and I'm not sold on that idea either. But we might as well take, like I said, we might as well try to get all four out. And then go with it. And you say, why are you doing this? Well, we also need to get in there and get that key switch, remember? Which means we got to go find the key switch that we put away and thought we weren't going to use again, and then we bought like 3 more tractors. So this is the one I'm worried about over here. Will it come out without twisting off? I don't think so, is it? Or did it twist off the thing in the... I don't know. Looks like it came out right, but I've thought a lot of things before and been wrong about all of them. All right. Good deal. And if I learned anything from the last one, it's probably that I ought to chase these holes with the thread cap, because they're just not any fun when they're fine threaded and they don't want to go easy. Wonder how many flying creatures are going to come out of there with a vengeance. Alright, let me go get some more stuff. Now, in perfect metric fashion, everything is a different size. So, these, that's great and all, but the ones on top are different, that's what I'm saying. And I'm almost tempted to change out original fasteners for the one I'm keeping, my original one, just so that it's original. I don't know if I want to be that particular or not. I don't know. These are coming out good so far. I wish I hadn't said that, because I know now the last one will probably twist off. Alright. There's a whole pile of garbage. Dash. Delete. Now we need to get the two out of the hood, which I believe are 18 millimeter, maybe. They're an odd lot, I know that. Sure. Okay, well, one down. Will this delete? On the other tractor, I don't think that this is even bolted up either. So, let me go check on that. All right. If we've learned anything, it's do no preparation of any kind, or, you know, whatever makes sense, don't do that. Do the opposite of that. So we're not going to clean or do anything. We're just going to pretend that's fine, and we're going to put this right back on this tractor. Good deal. Now, before I lose my wits about me here, I think that before proceeding, it would just make good sense to go ahead and change that key switch. Which means I'm going to have to go find that key switch, and I have no idea what I did with it. So give me just a few minutes and I'll be right back. Alright, so now it's raining, which is great. You know, that's just what we needed to do this project. But I managed to find this key switch. However, I lost the key. This is the one I just took out of that tractor over there. So we're gonna have to not lose this one, because we ain't got no spares now. Okay, also I see that one wire has come loose. Yay! So we don't know where that goes. I would assume it goes underneath this one because it's shinier. So, yeah. Let's do a quick switch delete. We might, I don't know. Do we want to try to take the screws loose first? Let's get you right in on the action so that there's no room to work. Now, if I was somewhat smart, which I usually am not, what I would do is, as I take one wire off, I would put the other wires on. But do you think I'm that smart? I don't know. And I would probably also start with the most difficult one. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to cry, swear a little. What else could we do? Well, we're probably going to have to just take the switch out of the dash, because, now see that one, the easiest one to get to comes loose, obviously. And the other one does not. And I'm thinking that if I could just get a good grip on it, I could probably make it happen. But we're just not having no luck at all, friends. We're just... Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you piece of Italian... I mean... That's nuts. I mean, it should come off real easy. And it doesn't. Come on. This is so stupid, you know. Come on over there. Oh. Plan X and a half. Come on. You know, it seems like it's going easier, but it's not. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, we broke off a wire and we weren't paying attention. Oh, that might have been a miracle, or what you might call a mixed blessing. So we broke off a wire, but it was the one that was under the screw that we couldn't get loose. I also believe, yeah, that one's got to be. Okay, we're gonna get this. Never fear. Stupidity is here. We're gonna put that one on there. And then I bet this other one broke off the switch. It did. Awesome. Okay, we're figuring out where stuff goes simply by the wake of destruction that was left behind. So this is going to go fine. I'm almost confident. Not really, but almost. So the top screw, going to get that one. We just took off. And we're going to need another ring terminal. And we're going to need a what do you want to call it? The spade receiver. I don't remember what I think we call those the cooch. I don't know. We never really did come up with a technical term for those, but that's what we need. Because I don't think we'll salvage this one. We might. If I work at it, I might. Is it worth it though? No, it's not. Okay, so spade terminal, cooch, and a ring terminal. Oh, and then I guess we should probably also, whilst we're out of there, we should see if these will transfer over or if we need to get more. That one came loose. And that one came loose. Okay, so this one and this one go there. Oh, it's shaping up, actually. I can't believe it. Oh! Okay. Okay. Now, there was another thing I just thought of, but then immediately forgot. So, that doesn't do us a lot of good. We'll have to think about that again for a second. Maybe I can come up with it again. But it was something about electronics. Oh, I remember what it was now. And I'll show you that in a minute. The alternator the other day, my camera battery died during that video. But I learned some things about my alternator that I put on this one off of the one, my original 1365. That alternator is definitely bad because on this tractor, it started burning. And the reason was, under the hood here, which I can show you in a minute, somebody did a fuse holder delete. I guess they got tired of it blowing fuses, so they just wired her up direct. Well, when your alternator shorts out, that ain't no good idea because it kind of smoked with a vengeance there until I figured out what was happening. So hopefully our wiring is still adequate. Ooh. I wish I had the... I thought I did, but I don't. Although I could go look more instead of just not looking like I'm doing. You don't know what I'm talking about because I ain't making any sense, but I'm trying to say that ain't gonna work anyway. I need the yellow end one, and I need one with a bigger end in it. So back to the drawing board. Alright, well, as per usual, there ain't no success happening here today. I found one that'll fit the screw, but it's still not the one I would prefer. But you know what? We're gonna peer pressure it into working. And they said in school that was bad. I got news for them. It gets results. Oh yeah. Let's see about making this. Ain't that cute? This is a replacement switch for this application, and it doesn't fit in the hole right. Why, you ask? Well, because this is an Italian switch made in Chinesia. You would think you could manhandle it in there. Okay. We're gonna try the peer pressuring trick again. See if we can't just use the threads to pull her on home. I think that will work. But thinking gets me in a lot of trouble usually. So better to just stick to what you know, which is trial and error. Failure. I'm really good at failure. Out of anybody I know, I can beat you at a game of failure quicker than anyone you've ever met. I don't think we're doing anything now except ruining the threads. That's kind of what I'm thinking is happening. Oh, what a cheap switch. So stupid. Okay. Put the brakes on. That's more better. Let's put the key in. That's back, that's out, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's turn it so it doesn't fall out. We'll hold her up enough to hold it. And then we'll hook up the battery and see if it, like, smokes or what happens, you know? Oh. Oh. I'm losing my marbles, folks. I didn't have that many to begin with. And they're slowly, or I should say rapidly, they're leaving. Goodbye, marbles. Old friends. Come on, you Italian piece of garbage. Let's go. When in doubt, cross thread. Okay. I had to make sure the camera was on. I didn't want to deprive you of any of this award-winning footage. I mean, this is just right up there with what I want to say. James Cameron ain't got nothing on me.
His name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. No budget too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron.
lose two. Well, you see, there it is. There's one. Peer pressure. Sure. Oh, beautiful. Okay, now we have the battery hooked up. We have absolutely nothing, no electrical system of any kind. However, it should still start from the seat. I also noticed something potentially wrong with the tractor, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Come on, baby doll. Oh, battery's not gonna do it. I'm thinking that this starter ain't much great either. Oh, that little battery cable roastage, that's fine. Okay, well, we're gonna count that as a loss there as far as running today. We know it runs, so we'll deal with that later. Even if we end up having to get a different starter. I was gonna take the one off that other tractor, but it didn't seem very good either, so we could take this very complicated one apart, which I did on that silver tractor. But that is neither here nor there. We can do all of that from the, oh, it's gonna start raining again. So see, here's the thing that they bypassed. This needs to be a fuse holder, so we're gonna have to do that. I think I'm gonna get in out of the rain and see if it passes, because it's foolish to stand in the rain and get wet for no reason. Well, I thought it was gonna stop raining, but apparently not. So I'm gonna go ahead and do something I never do, which is use an impact on these. Sure. Get in there. Yeah, that's good for it, isn't it? Whatever. Really wish we still had a snap-on man, because this tap needs replaced. But our snap-on man, I don't know what his problem is. He ain't coming back. So I guess I'm gonna have to do some mailing away of stuff. I don't know. Well, now, what should we do? We should probably take the sheet metal off of the other one. Now, I'm sure you won't be able to hear anything as soon as I do this, but whatever. We're supposed to have threads in the frame, but what's happened is there were on several of them. Now that one I see must be fine, because yeah. Why not have like 4 different size bolt heads, you know? Why not? That's what we've got going on here. What to do? Well, I'm gonna set you here. We're gonna try to perform a sheet metal ectomy. Hood delete. Oh, it's like magic. Get on there. Get on there, yo. Okay. Well, something ain't going right, is it? What is it? Oh, I see. Get in there. Get in there. Jeez. Uh-huh. Get in there. Shoot. Well, there we go. Let's see about these. See if we can get 2 started at least. At least not right now. tapped it to. What's going on? These were the ones that fit in there so nice. What is happening? Well, I got news for you. That's not what they were, but that's what they are now. So, I don't really understand what just happened, because it should have been fine. They're not. Yeah, I'm not real sure what's taking place. Okay, well, we're just going to back away. Okay, not perfect, but essentially we're good to roll here. We just need to get some correct hardware to bolt our back pieces there, and then this mess down here. Do a little work on our grill tab holder things in there. But otherwise, I think we got us a complete set of sheet metal that's in decent-ish shape. We can always make it look more pretty later. But yeah. So that's the first step in our adventure of making a better second 1365. We still got a lot of work to do with the mechanicals, you know. It doesn't want to start good as far as cranking. I suspect that that's probably the starter more than anything else. It might be the battery, but I just feel like that starter's not very good. The alternator's not good now because that came off of mine. Like I said, when you hook it up to power, it starts smoking, so that ain't good. So we got a lot of project work to do on this yet, but I'm happy. We're getting there. We got plenty of stuff to fix it from this other one, and also to fix our original one, which just needs some tender love and care. The big project is going to be wheel swapping. That's going to be several days worth of work, because I don't just put them on rusty rims. I clean them up and paint them. There's going to have to be some valve stem hole fixing on some of the rims, you know, before they go back together. I was trying to figure out, this is probably the other bestest rim, if that's a word. So I will probably swap that rim for my rusted out one, and then put that set of tires on that tractor. Would be the easiest amount of work in that process. But the hardware on these is not quite kosher either, I see, and I don't know if that's going to be, you know, I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to encounter there, never having done one of these. I assume that this style of spin out rim is the kind where you have to loosen those to make it spin out, because there doesn't appear to be any other way to loosen it. As you tighten it in there, it just rolls it and wedges it against the rail, which makes it tight. When you want to move it, you loosen them all, and then you lock your brake and spin your wheel. So, but I don't know if they're a special, well, they're square-headed bolts, it looks like. So, looking at these two, we got two different ones, and I'm wondering if somebody just didn't have the right stuff. Of course, I can't see. Yeah, see, there's a hex-headed bolt. So we'll probably swap the correct hardware as we do that. Ideally, we would take the center off of the rails and get it all freed up, paint the rims, and go. Because actually that run needs to go on the opposite side as the rusted out one on there. This is a new rim. We can make it work. We just got a ton of hours as far as flip-flopping things. But I don't know. If we were smart, we could have some of it done beforehand, but we're not that smart, so we'll probably just roll with it. You know, I don't know. If we took off this tire, although the other tire is the worst, so it would probably come off first. If we take that tire off and have it ready to go, mount it on this rim before we ever flip-flop it, then we would be done with that part of it. But I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. This is one of those projects that's going to be really hard to get psyched up to do it, but once it's done, it's going to be worth it. So we'll figure all that out, and then we'll keep robbing off stuff we need off of this one to fix our other ones. So this one's obviously had its hand in it by many mechanics, so things have been changed, which is fine. But yeah, I may set this sheet metal on it just to keep it somewhat dry. But anyway, we got parts, what I'm saying, and I think we'll be in good shape. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or, if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.